All right, let's get into it. We're making a personal sized macaroni and cheese. This is a recipe that's been remixed or downsized from a big party tray sized version. And this is just for a small group of people or yourself, or somebody who doesn't want to make a big, huge thing. So we're going to use 8 ounces of macaroni noodles, half a box, and we're going to incorporate 7 ounces of cheese. But you probably could do 8 if you want to make it extra cheesy. So the cheeses that I've used for this recipe are mozzarella, Colby, and sharp cheddar. For this particular one I'm making right here, I'm using Colby Jack, but it doesn't matter. Like you can mix them up, try some different things. That's what I'm doing for this one. So I've also wanted to use a little bit less mozzarella than the other ones. So the way that this one breaks down is 2.5 ounces for sharp cheddar, 2.5 ounces for Colby Jack, and just 2 ounces for mozzarella. Because it's just a personal preference. You can do what you like. That's the way I do it. Another thing, the cheese that I use, I actually bought blocks of cheese and then shredded it all up and then froze it. So those are like my freezer bags of chopped up cheese. Somebody told me that if you buy a pre-shredded cheese, that it has like a chemical on it that keeps it from sticking together, but that chemical makes it a little bit harder for it to melt. So that's why I do it. Somebody told me that's what you do. That's what you do. So there's the cheese. I also have 4 ounces, a half a stick of butter that I chopped up and put aside so that we can melt that. So then once the noodles are done, then you can come in and put in 3/4 of the cheese, and then you can add the melted butter, and then you can add all of your other ingredients, mix it all together so that we can bake it all together. So here we go. We've added our melted butter here. We'll stir that up, give it a nice little mix. Then we'll add an egg. And the way that I do an egg is, this size will only be good for like a half an egg. So I like to just scramble it up, mix it, and then just eyeball it. Grab 2 containers, kind of figure out the best way you could do it. Close enough. There you go. Half an egg. That should work. Everything should be fine. Then now we can add our seasoning. I have this Creole seasoning, 2 tablespoons of Creole seasoning. I also like to point out I have these like flat spice measuring cup things that allow you to dig into the spices and get exact measurements. Other than that, I don't know exactly how I would do it, so I encourage you to find one of those, hook it up, half a teaspoon of salt, and then now we're going to put in the recipe requires 6 to 12 ounces of evaporated milk, but I found this can for 5. So we just gonna roll with 5 because we trying to make this as easy as possible. So we gonna mix all that up, incorporate it in together. You probably would want a little bit more milk, but I think this will work. Um, it should be like a little bit soupy, but I think it'll be fine. So after we baked it at 375 for 25 minutes, we'll pull it out. The top will be a little bit drier, probably because I didn't put that much milk in it, but it's still good. The bottom layer is nice and cheesy and good. So what I like to do is I like to break it apart because it kind of sticks to the dish, and stir it all up, incorporate all of the cheese so that all of it, has good flavor in it, and it's not just like a dry part and a good part. So mix that all together, um, and then this is where you add in the remaining cheese. So you take your leftover cheese, sprinkle that on top, and then you're gonna bake it again for 10 more minutes, and then it should come out. Everything should be good, and that's it. That's the macaroni recipe. So I encourage you all to try it, make it. If it works for you, um, do it. Let me know. If it works for you, it works for me. So this is one of the recipes that I have created. I made a mini cookbook for people who don't really cook like me, but every once in a while will want to make something really good. But you don't want to make something that's too difficult. You want to make something that's easy. So I tried to break it down, make it as easy as possible, and I encourage you to all try it again. So there it is. That's macaroni and cheese. Um, Enjoy it, cook it, let me know. And again, if you want to support me, I do have a book that I wrote. It's called Dish. a non-cook's intro to making at least one thing. It's available on Amazon. So check it out. I have a link in the description. And I also have a QR code that you can watch. So take a look, support it, appreciate you.